In this video we will see how we can create getter and setter functions. We have already created a project, an empty project in which there is only one file, main.cpp, with the default code. Let us see, is it run successfully or not. It is running successfully. Now we will create a class. In the previous videos we have created classes in header files, but we can also create classes in a C++ file. Let us create a C++ file, C++ source file, and next, and then type a name for the C++ file and add it to the project, and then finish. This is empty source file. Let us create a clock class. We have created the class, and let us define its private members. Like we can create hours and minutes and seconds. These are the private members. And now we will create a constructor, parameterless constructor, and a parameterized constructor, and it will receive 3 parameters, and it will assign the private members these values. So we have created 2 constructors. One is empty constructor. Let us initialize the members to 0 in the empty constructor. Now let us create a print function. You can see we are implementing the declarations and definitions both in the same class. We have not separated the declarations and definitions. Okay, here we will simply display the time in a standard format. Our class is ready. Save the file, and now we will create an object of that class by specifying clock, and its object name is C1. Let us see the project runs successfully or not. So it gives error here, cout. We haven't used iostream.h, and we also have to use std namespace. Now let us try to run the project again, and this time it gives error on this line because we haven't included the clock file in this file. Okay, now let us try to run the again, and this time the compiler accepts our object declaration, and now we can simply print the object, run the project again, and it says, let us see what the error is. It says request for member print in C1, which is of non-class type clock. So let us see what is the issue in this function. Okay, the error tells us that request for member print in C1, which is of non-class type clock. Actually, this error comes if you place round brackets after the name of the object, because you are calling the empty constructor, so you do not have to write the opening and closing round brackets. However, if you want to call the second parameterized constructor, then you can create an object like this, and now you have to supply the values to the constructor. You cannot left these round brackets empty. If you want to call the empty constructor, then you do not have to write the empty parentheses round brackets here. Okay, let us write now to print the second object. Also give an end line here so that the output comes into the next line. Okay, file is saved. Now let us run the project again. Okay, now you can see that both objects have been printed.